Hi people, welcome and welcome back to my Tuesday evening live stream chat, and I don't know why I'm talking so slowly. Let's rewind. Hi guys, welcome to Gains World, to Pain's World. I hope you're all well. I see the chat is starting to live. Hi guys. Before I start to tell you anything, please let me know about the vocals if you can hear me, because as you can see I don't have a headset anymore because I got a microphone, and just let me know if the sound is okay for you, especially compared to the background music, so I can adjust it here in the chat. Otherwise I will simply continue, and yeah, as I said, welcome. It's been quite a time since my last live stream. I have a lot of work to do, as you know, for those who are following on Discord. A lot of work to do. It's hard to get everything done at the same time. But yeah, today I chose to do the regular Tuesday live stream as usual, especially after this drop this afternoon, German time. I'm streaming from Germany for those who are following, who are recently following. I'm streaming from Germany. It's 9:30 p.m. and I welcome you to Gains World and to the Bud Gainers community. I see Sharma is here. Oh, Sharma, long time no see. Welcome. Amsbush, Beatrice, Void, Drona. Welcome, guys. Nice to see you here. Yeah, I see the sound is working perfectly. Is it even better than the headset before, or is it the same? I cannot hear myself, so I'm relying on your assessment. Yeah, it's nice to see some names here, some followers which I hadn't seen for quite some time, at least here on Twitch. Yeah, I hope you got the occasion to follow us on YouTube, in order to see the VODs which I am editing after each live stream, and I don't know, my brain is not working perfectly. I'm so struggling to get my sentences clear. Okay, Void, dankeschön. Also hat sich's gelohnt, das Prime Day Angebot zu nutzen. Okay, yeah, for those of you who are watching and still not following our YouTube channel, you will find the link to our YouTube channel below, where you will find the edited VODs after the live stream. For those who are not able to follow the live streams live, you can go to our YouTube channel Gains World, and there you will find the VODs as well. Hi Chris, ja, eigentlich Deutsch, genau, aber weil der Großteil ein Großteil der Zuschauer doch aus dem Ausland kommt, mache ich hauptsächlich Englisch. Aber du darfst mich gerne auf Deutsch fragen, wenn du des Englischen nicht mächtig bist, und ich werde dann versuchen, die Antwort kurz zu halten, um die anderen nicht abzuschrecken. Oder einfach im Chat, und ja. Wobei eigentlich müsstest du als Follower schon unseren Discord-Channel-Link haben und auch schon im Discord-Channel sein, weil dort kannst du auch deine Fragen stellen. Da gibt es einen extra deutschen Channel. But to get back to the international audience, I hope you had a nice week since the last stream on Thursday. You all know we had some turbulent price action on the market since for quite some weeks now, a few weeks. And to be honest, it's really difficult or even impossible at the moment to do a proper TA for Bitcoin and for the market, and that's the reason why we will only have a look at what happened until today, what were or what could have been the reasons for those price actions, and where Bitcoin, especially Bitcoin and the other altcoins, major altcoins, could be heading to. But we will also cover some signals, some facts, some historical facts, etc., which show why it is almost impossible to determine where we are heading to, because we have signals, spoiler alert, we have signals for each and every direction. So we have signals for a bull trend, we have signals for a consolidation phase, we have signal for a bear market, we have signals for a completely new scenario. So we will cover this in this live stream, and yeah, we won't be able to make a picture out of it, but I will give you some insights so you can try to create your own opinion regarding the market, regarding Bitcoin's position at the moment, etc. As I said, to be honest, I have no idea and no plan, and it is really hard to do a TA and to give you some perspectives regarding the next few weeks and months regarding Bitcoin, because during the last few, let's say 4 to 6 weeks, the price actions were so turbulent and unpredictable and partly yeah, let's say unexpected, that yeah, we had some patterns, some bullish patterns, some bearish patterns, which played out as predicted, but we also had some bullish patterns which turned out to be bearish. You know the games, we covered this during the last live stream, so this is why I deleted all current patterns so far out of the charts, and only left the main trend channel here, or trend channels, and the trend line, support lines, but no patterns so far. And this is how we will approach this. Yeah, it will still be a TA, technical analysis for Bitcoin, but you will see why it's hard to predict a direction for Bitcoin at the moment. So yeah, before I start the TA, for all of you watching out there not following yet, I am still running my Dogecoin giveaway for all new subscribers. So if you are still not following, simply hit the follow button here on Twitch, and every new subscriber to our Twitch channel will receive 10 Dogecoins to his or her personal Doge wallet right after the stream. So for those of you who already subscribed during the last streams, especially Confi and Eimsbusch and Rabs, yeah, please send me your wallet addresses. I cannot send you your giveaway coins without any address. Void and Shanta should have received their coins already, So congrats to all the new subscribers, and for all the previous subscribers, and for all the new and future subscribers. Simply hit the follow button, subscribe to the channel, and I will send you your giveaway tokens after the end of the stream. So, and without further ado, let's jump into the charts. So, as you I suppose as you have seen this afternoon, we had this major one of many major drops within the last few weeks, but this drop was pretty significant because we let's switch to the 4-hour charts to have a bigger picture. We actually dropped down to let's see, the lowest point. You see the number here. The lowest point was exactly $28,600.00. Another sign where we can see how automated this this market is. So you can see that a lot of orders, of buy orders, had been triggered at $28,600 round, which caused Bitcoin to pump up again here. But this had been the lowest point during this downward trend since the last all-time high, and even lower than this point here on January 22nd, where we retested. Let's see. This was a 28,800, also a round number, as you can see here. 28,800. Come on. Where are you? Here. $28,800.00. So we went below that point by exactly $2,000. Exactly $2,000. No, almost $2,000. And yes, this had been the lowest point so far. So until today, we were able to hold this level here, this major support level at 30,800, and the lowest point we reached on May 19th with $30,066. So right above the $30,000 mark. Yeah, and today we broke it. We went below. We found a new bottom. You see, it was the highest volume increase since this drop on May 19th. So for for more than 4 weeks, it had been the highest volume candle, which we've seen this afternoon, which is a good sign because it's a green one. But we cannot be sure if this was actually the bottom now, because we suggested that this one was the bottom, and as we have seen today, it wasn't. So let me just switch out the sound of my smartphone. Yeah, we cannot be sure if this actually was the bottom now or not. You see that if we take the fib retracement at this reversal point here, we almost exactly retested this 1.0 fib line here before getting back up and then finding resistance at the 20 EMA on the 4-hour charts. But it's dubious, to be honest, because having a look at the 1-hour chart, we have a big difference, in my opinion, in comparison to this drop here, to this drop here, and to this drop here, because we spent several candles at the bottom. So 1, 2, 3, at least 3 candles at the bottom before heading back up. Back on May 19th, we only had a large wick holding this support here at 34,000 with a large wick down to 30,000, but immediately going back up. Same, yeah, no, we had several candles here again before having this V-shaped recovery. But here, same thing, we had a large candle and then going back up with an extended V-shaped recovery and retesting this critical 41,100 resistance line before then going back down by, let's have a measured move. I think these were another 30%, 31%, almost 31% since retesting this resistance here on June 15th. So we lost 31% for Bitcoin during the last week, which is significant, and to be honest, which I didn't expect that way, considering that we retested this bottom, this suspected bottom, at $30,000, $31,000 three times. I personally was expecting to see a slight recovery and heading or continuing this new trend channel which I drew here, but I didn't expect to break out of it and then dropping that much here. So I'm not sure if this is only a fake out and if we will be able to get back into this upward trend channel, or if we will continue this downward trend channel. And this had been the fake out. So at the moment we are holding these trend lines here, or we were testing and holding these trend lines here. So you can see we were holding the 1.0 fib line in connection with this trend line here, which had been historical major trend line since the drop on May 19th, so for the last 4 weeks. And currently, as you can see on the 4-hour charts, yeah, we found resistance at the 20 EMA, as I said before, and now at least are holding the support at 32,000 and this trend line here as support. But it will be very hard to get back above this major support, now resistance at 34,600, 700, which was support for quite some time here, with a few fake outs, but in the bigger picture we saw Bitcoin trading and moving within this channel between this 34,600 and this 41,100 lines. Yeah, now we broke out of it and we will see this 34,700 level now as resistance, and it will be very hard to break above this and to reconfirm it as support. So yeah, as I said, technical analysis is pretty hard at the moment. On the 4-hour charts, we will see the MACD switching back to the upside, which is a good sign. The stochastic RSI just switched to the upside, which is good as well. Very important, the RSI, we were holding this mid-trend channel line here, and the 30 level line, which is the level for neutral territory or oversold territory. So we were able to hold this, and we will be retesting this channel here, currently finding resistance exactly at this critical level at 41 for the RSI. I think this is clearer if we switch to the daily RSI. So on the daily we didn't reach this 41 level yet, but you see we had this downward channel forming since the beginning of the year. So January 8th it started with this peak here, and since then we formed and we followed this downward channel with the first sell out here. Then we headed into this upward channel, broke out of this downward channel, but immediately broke back into it, and now yeah, we could see a retest here, especially with this crossing here on the daily chart, and to get even low within this channel. But as I already said on Discord, the good thing here in comparison to the charts, the RSI cannot go downwards eternally. We will eventually be in oversold territory, and we will eventually see a phase where Bitcoin will be heading back up on the daily chart and on the weekly chart, to the upside. On the weekly chart it is still in neutral territory, but on the daily chart it's looking very, very bearish at the moment. But as you can see, it's not much, there is not much room left to the downside, so another drop down and we will be retesting the oversold territory on the daily chart, which is a very, we could even say even if it's a punctual bearish sign, on the longer term, on the bigger picture, it's a bullish sign, because we will eventually get out of this oversold territory and head back up in this cycle. So this is one of the more bullish signs at the moment for Bitcoin. The MACD on the daily is looking still bearish. We switched back, the blue line switched back below the red line, which is a bearish sign. So the MACD is not on our side, but we could see a reversal if Bitcoin is able to set a few green candles in a row and to recover a bit. We might see the MACD reversing to the upside. Yeah, but on the daily chart you see we are way below the 20 daily EMA, 11% with below the 20 daily EMA. On the SMA we already had the death cross here on the daily, which also could have been a reason for this drop here today. No, yesterday and today. So on the SMA we had already the death cross, and on the EMA we will see the death cross tomorrow. Yes, I think this will play out tonight, tomorrow, so we will see the next death cross on the EMA tomorrow, which is not bullish at all. So this is another bearish signal for Bitcoin, and we can add this to the list of my signals which point in any direction. So we had the MACD on the daily, which is bearish. We have the death crosses, which are bearish, but we have the RSI, which is already almost oversold, which is more like a bullish sign. Let's have a look at the BLX. So you know the story with the Gaussian channel, which Steven from Crypto Crew University covered in one of his last videos. So we have the 5 days charts here, and you see that we entered with the last candle, we entered into this channel. We tested it before, we hold it as support here. We entered with a wick, we closed above, but we entered with the last wick, and we now are within the channel and are just tested the mid channel here, which is at You see the first number here, $31,077 dollars. So we are currently testing this level, and this is another bearish sign, to be honest, because in the past, every time we got into, let me just clean up this chart a bit. So every time we got dragged into this Gaussian channel, we weren't able to get out of it, and we headed into a bear market, a longer term bear market, a shorter term bear market. But as soon as we got into the channel, we weren't able to get out of it before dropping out of it and then heading back up again. So you see here, back in 2014, let's see if we have a, yeah, back in 2011, we simply dropped through it without retesting the channel. We dropped right through it, headed into a consolidation phase, got out of it into the next bull market. Back in 2013, when we had this double peak cycle, we had a drop of 76%, I think, but we tested the channel and we didn't enter the channel, and thus we hold it as support and went into the second peak before then getting into into the channel, testing the midline, having a rebound, testing the upper line as resistance, and then breaking through it. Same thing here. Back in 2018, we got into the channel, tested the midline as support, had a dead cat bounce, retesting the upper level, and then falling through the channel, finding the bottom, heading back through the channel to the upside. Then the pandemic crash here, we tested the channel as support, we got into the channel, we weren't able to get out of the channel, tested the midline with one candle, got, yeah, even the bottom line, retested the upper line, got dragged through it, and then back up into the bull, into the next bull run, to the recent all-time high, and now we are back here again. So we tested it as support, weren't able to hold it as support, now are into the channel, within the channel, are holding the midline. We will probably see a retest of this upper line, which is exactly as you can see here, it will be this fib line on the growth band, it will be the 50 SMA here, and it will be this resistance line, which had been resistance line here as well. So we will have a triple resistance here, and in my opinion this is a sign that we will find resistance here, and we might fall through this channel. And as you can see here, the lower band here of the Gaussian channel at the moment forms a triple cross with the upper green band of the growth band channel here and the 100 SMA on the 5-day chart. So we have a triple resistance here and a triple support here, and in my opinion this this could be a level where we will find a major support if we would see another drop. And we welcome Dahia. I will call you Dahia. Welcome to the channel. 1 second, I'm just see that the ticker is obscuring. One second. We'll get this out of the way like this. Okay, let's get back. So yeah, in my opinion, we will see a retest of this level, which is around $39,000. Let's have a look at the chart. So this will be this line here, $39,000, which will be at the time this time more or less the crossing with this mid-trend channel line, and then we will see I think we will see a retest of this downward level. And as you can see, the extension of the lowest line here of this trend line by that time would be, let's extend this, more or less exactly at this support, which had been resistance here during the upwards trend, a major resistance between December 17 and December 25th last year. So we have this major resistance here at around about $24,000, and we have this crossing here, or if it takes some more time, we will have the crossing with the mid-trend channel line here. So either this point here or this point here, where Bitcoin could then test this level, and in my opinion this could be the final bottom before heading back up, because it would match with this level here. And as you can see in the past, let's close all of this. You can see that these green bands here, these 3 green bands here, are the perfect consolidation phase and also had been support at several points. So as I said before, I am not sure what this will be at the end. If this is going to be a full-size bear market, and we will touch the lowest band here, which will be around $20,000 to $22,000 by the time we reach the bottom, then this would be a first timer, a premiere, because in the past we never had the case that Bitcoin headed into a bear market and ended a bear cycle within the growth band. The only time we saw this was here, and this was a double cycle, a double peak bull cycle. So we had this correction within the cycle, and then the cycle top here at the upper band. Then we went into the bear cycle and into the bull cycle, retesting this upper band. Then we had this bear cycle with a short-term bull market, but in extension we had one bear cycle until the pandemic crash back in March last year, and then we got back into these green bands before starting the bull run. And as you can see, for those who followed my previous streams, the bull cycle for this bull cycle officially started in May last year, officially, according to the technical signals. So if this is heading into a full-size bear cycle, then this would have been the shortest bull cycle ever except at the beginning, where everything was short-lived. But since the peak in 2011, this would have been the shortest bull cycle we ever had seen, and this, in my opinion, is a bullish sign, because I don't think that we will see a bear cycle. This is an exception, a first timer, a thing we didn't see before, such a huge correction, but it is still comparable in some points with the correction back in 2013 here, especially regarding the drop, because back in 2013 we also had a drop of almost 80% from the peak here to the peak here, almost 80%. Now we are at I think something around 50%, 52%. So regarding the drop percentage, we are still comparable to this drop here, even comparing the position within the growth band. So we peaked to the upper white line here as we did this cycle. We dropped to the lower, almost to the lower white band here, which we did now, and the lower band at the moment is at 28,488. So if we have a look at this band here, 28,488. And if we have a look at the drop today, we dropped to 28,600. So we almost touched this fib band here on the growth chart. This is not updated yet because these are 5-day candles, so it will take some time to see this. This is not the current price, obviously, so we will see a wick going almost down to this level. So in comparison to 2013, we are still playing the same game, almost down to this consolidation phase around this second white line below the mid fib line, which we currently see, and then crossing the mid fib line into the second peak, which we could see. So this is one of the bullish signs why I think, or why I am still bullish regarding this cycle, because even if we didn't see a peak here, we are still playing the same games and the same game and holding the same resistances and the same supports as we did back in 2013. So we still will have to wait, simply put. It can go in any direction, because if this would play out like 2013, we would have a premiere regarding the Gaussian channel. If we pull back up the Gaussian channel, if this would play out like 2013, we would see a consolidation phase within this channel, following this fib line here, and then breaking out of the Gaussian channel without breaking through it. So this would be a premiere on this side. So what I want to say is that it doesn't matter what aspect you try to analyze, at some point you will, or we will see a first time, a premiere which we didn't see before, either with the Gaussian channel, either with the bulls, with the cycle top here, either with the position within the growth band. At some point we will see a premiere compared to the history of Bitcoin, and this is why it is so hard to predict the direction of Bitcoin for the next few weeks and months. But as I already said on Discord, I'm still not panicking. I won't be panicking anyway, even if we are heading into a full-size bear cycle. Time is on our side. I will simply sit it out. We will see a bottom of this bear cycle at around $20,000, because we only see Bitcoin dropping below this green band here in its entire history. Let's switch back. Let's switch out the Gaussian channel. In its entire history, Bitcoin only went below this lower green band once, and this was the pandemic crash here, which it immediately recovered from after wicking down. So even if we would see a drop below this $20,000 level here, it would only be a wick, maybe to 15,000, maybe to 11,000, which would also be a perfect entry point for Bitcoin. And you see here within a time frame of 400 days, so somewhat more than a year, Bitcoin did a 1500% run. So if we would see the same thing repeating, so a drop below this line, let's say to 15,000, which would be a very bloody period and phase, and Bitcoin would be recovering at the same percentage for the next 400 days, we would see a Bitcoin at around $240,000 by October next year. So as I just said, time is on our side. So for me personally, it doesn't matter if we are heading into a full-size bear market, or if this is only a correction like back in 2013, where we'll see the second leap and leg of this bull cycle heading up to this region here. I will simply sit it out, and by the end of next year we will definitely see how Bitcoin will have been developing by then, because either with a correction here and the second leg, or a full-size bear market and a consolidation phase, or a repetition of this phase here, we will see Bitcoin heading up to new all-time highs by mid to the end of next year. So it's only a matter of another year to go, and as I'm always saying, this is only a game of patience. And show me anything on this planet except drug smuggling and etc. So legal things on this planet where you can have a 1,000 or even a 500% profit within a year or a year and a half. It's impossible unless you're very lucky and to get the exact time and moment to buy into then pumping stock like Tesla or Apple or GameStop, as we saw last year. So for me, cryptocurrencies are the best opportunity to make huge profits in a quite short time. Of course, you won't be millionaire within 4 weeks. This is simply impossible and unrealistic, but it is possible to make a lot of money within a few months, up to 1 to 2 years. It is really possible to make a lot of profit, as you can see here, between March last year and April this year. So yeah, 13 months, a time period of 13 months to make a 16x out of your money with Bitcoin. And you know that altcoins have done a multiple x of it during this time. So of course it's not nice to see Bitcoin having this correction at the moment, but time is on our side, and if you are following the major trading rules, among others, not to trade with money that you are depending on and relying on. So one of the major rules: only trade with the money you can afford to lose and which you already see as lost and deem as lost. So you can keep out your emotions out of your trading, which is the second rule. Don't trade with emotions. And the third rule, or third principle, is time is on our side. So if you have the patience and simply can leave your open positions as they are and do not panic sell, you will see green numbers and deep green numbers in the course of time. It's as simple as that. And as you can see, for example, on the feed on eToro, there are many newbies and rookies on the crypto market which simply don't get this, or who simply have a wrong picture of the crypto market, and really think they will be millionaires within a few weeks by investing 200 euros, which is simply impossible and unrealistic. So of course you can make a lot of money with small investments, but you won't get rich with it. In order to make millions, first you need decent investment capital. So I would say at least $50,000 to $70,000, and you need at least two. It depends on the entry point, but to be sure, you need at least a time frame of 2 to 3 years to have the possibility, not the guarantee, but the possibility to see your investment of around $50,000 to $100,000 rising up to somewhat $1 million within this time frame. But you need patience, you need somewhat of a decent capital base, so you won't get rich by investing 20 euros here and 15 euros there. Yeah, and of course, with this patience, you need to is patience an emotion? Can we consider patience as an emotion? No, I don't think so. Yeah, you need patience and you need to get rid of your emotions while trading. So let's have a drink. Cheers, guys. I have been talking for almost an hour now, so let me just check the chat. Yeah, Chris asked a question 1 hour ago. Are we still in the bull run or has entered a bear market? Yeah, as I just said, we are in a bear run, a bear market, whatever you might call it. I'm still not convinced that we are in a bear cycle. Bear markets can be short-term, short-lived. So we had a bear market here, which lasted a year. We have a bear market at the moment because we are below the bull market support band. So let's switch this back and get the bull market support band. So you see we are below the bull market support band, so technically we are in a bear market, but this doesn't mean that we are already in a bull or in a bear cycle. As you can see, the bear market support bands are also falling, and thus it will be possible for Bitcoin at some point here where the the support bands will cross this line here with a decent pump. It will be possible for Bitcoin to retest these lines and maybe hold them as support, and then be able to get back above the bull market support bands. So this, for example, the bull market support bands at the moment are a mix of bearish signal because we are below it and we are technically in a bear market, but as you can see, it is possible for Bitcoin with a nice pump to get back above it and then reset this bear market into a bull market or a continuation of the bull cycle. So this is a signal, a combination of bearish and indecisive market at the moment. So as I said before, at the moment you have signals for every direction, for every possible direction, and it's not possible to determine where Bitcoin could be heading within the next few weeks and months. So as I said at the beginning of this year, I think it was by March, April, we will see a pretty unpleasant summer, which we are living through at the moment. And if the scenario with the Gaussian channel is to play out, we could see Bitcoin heading down to this level here, testing the $24,000 support level here within the trend channel, and then breaking out into a recovery, into a continuation of this bull cycle. I simply don't know at the moment. We see everything and nothing. Oh, Rabs, I see you just sent me your wallet address. Captain Pringles is here. Rabs, thank you for your ad time. Yeah, another ad time. You're right. Let's start a short ad break. In the meantime, I will have the time to chat, to check the chat. So see you and talk to you back in a minute, guys. So, and I know there are some of you beside the subscribers who still can see me even during the ad time. So let's continue checking the chat. Captain Pringles, isn't the anomaly of Corona the factor that destroyed the run? What if you replace the bottom of Corona back in the growth band? Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I will cover this after the ad break. Okay. So welcome back, guys. I see Mentflaw has joined. Cheers, mate. And welcome Parbert. It is French. Parbert. Welcome to the Gains World community. Let me know if you're French. This seems French. Parbert. And if you're French, let us know where you're from. Yeah, and before continuing the insights, don't forget our Dogecoin giveaway. So for all new subscribers to the channel, I will give away 10 Dogecoins and send you the Dogecoins to your personal Doge wallet right after the stream. So Rabs, I received your wallet address. I will send you your Dogecoins right after the stream. I know that Void already received his coins. Okay, Captain Pringles. So yeah, and for all of you out there watching and still not following, simply hit the follow button if you like the content. Don't forget to check out our YouTube channel, which you will find the link to it in the profile description below. And yeah, let's get to Captain Pringle's question. Isn't the anomaly of Corona the factor that destroyed the run? What if you replace the bottom of Corona back in the growth band? I think, if I understand you right, yes, this was the pandemic crash, and if you simply take out this one here, then we would have more or less a continuation of this band here, so holding this lower band as support. I think this is what you wanted to say, Captain Pringles, and you're right, I have the same opinion. This was due to Corona. Another sign for this is the drop, because we dropped below this band by 50%, which is really unusual. And if we follow the pattern here, I also think that without Corona we simply would have followed the path within these three green bands here before heading up. So yeah, this is why I would see the lowest bottom here at this point, which, and in my opinion, if we would see this, it wouldn't be an accident. This point here, the lowest point, crossing yeah, where Bitcoin will more or less, or could more or less touch the lowest band here, would be exactly at the previous all-time high of the at the all-time high of the previous bull cycle. So $20,000 extended line at the crossing of this growth band would be exactly, or could be exactly, the point where we could see Bitcoin touching, which also would have been, in my opinion, a full-sized bear market, because we would then have a drop for Bitcoin of around 70%, which I think was more or less the same. Oh no, it was an 84% during the last bear market. But yeah, the growth bands were way wider than today. But a 70% or an 84%, well, no big difference. So if we would see Bitcoin going down to this level here, this will be a full-size bear cycle, and then this would be a premiere, because this would have been a very short bull cycle and a very, very short bear cycle, followed by the next cycle, which on the other side would, and you know this if you're following my channel, would confirm and support the Elliott Wave Theory, the 10 years Elliott Wave Theory. So if you simply take the impulsive wave, we had wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5, followed by 3 corrective waves, correction waves, wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, and then starting the new 10 years cycle with wave 1, wave 2, and wave 3. And this wave 3 would be another signal, because if you follow this trend line here, which had been the spine of Bitcoin since its beginning, we could see wave 3 breaking out of this growth band here and testing this trend line here. Of course, this growth band would have to be recalculated or adjusted to the price action, but without considering the growth band, we could see wave 3 retesting this trend line by the end of next year if this would play out like this. And we could see a Bitcoin around $500,000 by the end of next year if this Elliott Wave Theory would play out. Then we would see a wave 4, an extended wave 4, followed by a much longer wave 5, something like this, and then followed by the 3-wave correction. So at the moment, if we would see Bitcoin breaking down to this $20,000 level, in my opinion, this could match and support the Elliott Wave Theory. So another short-term or mid-term bearish signal, but a long-term very bullish signal, in my opinion. So another instance why it's not possible at the moment to determine anything. I should have put this into another chart. Well, I will adjust this for the next time. So far so good. As you can imagine, with Bitcoin doing such a crap here and dumping again and again, it's pretty hard to see the altcoins getting out of this vortex. We can have a short look at the altcoins, but yeah, as I just said, there will be nothing spectacular. We have XRP. Oh, okay, 1 second. Let me just check Captain Pringle's comment. No, just retrace the curve. Retrace the curve since Corona date. Yes. Ah, okay, you mean, okay, let's just try this. I think I know what you mean. We take this pattern here, pull it up into the bands. Okay, okay. Yeah, I see what you want to say. It's undeniable that this is a point. Yes. It's the first time I see this theory. So if we pull up, yeah, no, you know, the thing which doesn't match is this point here, because you cannot pull up the entire okay, to get back, I see what you want to say, that if we stayed within the growth band, we would have reached the top here and heading back into the bear cycle. I see the point, but The point is that at the point where we saw the Corona crash, Bitcoin should have been at around $15,000 instead of $9,000. So after this point, so if you connect this candle here with this candle here, this could have made sense. But what about this phase here? So we cannot simply push up the entire chart to the upside to match the growth band and not considering this point here, because even if we simply push up the Corona crash here, we are missing around 30% of Bitcoin's price around here. So the question, simply put, the question is, why should we have seen Bitcoin pumping from this point up to this point by 30%? 30%? No, 60%, even 60%. You can be wrong, yes. I wouldn't even say that you're right. I see the point. It's interesting to see this, but as I just said, you cannot deny or simply oversee that we would have needed a pump of 60% here to get to this level in order to see Bitcoin then being 16% higher than the actual price during this rally here. So it's an interesting theory, but I see a lot of flaws here. So yeah, but it's a good point, but no, I don't think that this is a valid one. How do you get to this idea? Is this your idea, or did you see this somewhere? If this is your idea, you have you're investing way too much time into the charts. Yeah, the Fibonacci lines are fine with it, I know, because it doesn't matter where you set up the Fibonacci line, the charts are always following the Fibonacci line, so it really doesn't matter. Even if we would copy, let's get back to this, if we would only copy this part here to the top and put it and set it here, something like this, you see that the Fibonacci line, the 0.5 Fibonacci line also matches with this, and if you continue here, we would see a resistance here, and we would see the resistance here at this line here, and then we would see support here, and we would see the price following this trend line here. It's all based on algorithm and math, so you will see the patterns following a specific lines and specific structures all the way to into any direction. So even with simply putting this phase here on this here, you see support here, resistance on this line here, resistance on this line here, support on this line, and more or less resistance against this line. I deleted the Bitcoin investor tool, but I'm pretty sure that we also would see this following the Bitcoin investor tool. So yeah. Lumina, welcome. Good evening. Does anyone watching football beside the stream. Okay, Croatia. Okay. So let's get back to the altcoins. And even with the microphone, I'm still sitting here like a peasant in my chair. So yes, Sharma, not only a football lover, but a football liver. Did I already mention that I'm an official football referee here in Germany? Not in the higher leagues, but in the lower leagues and in France. So yes, I'm pretty interested in football. So let's have a look at XRP. We had this descending triangle, which is a bearish pattern. I left it on purpose because we have a bearish phase at the moment, so it's playing out. We broke out at the end of the triangle. We hold this level here as support. We broke through. Price target 38 cents. We went down exactly to the support line at 51 cents, which is nice to see is the volume here. We had a nice green candle with a nice green wick here. So this could have been a nice bottom for XRP, because this had been the last support line in March. Okay, March. I would have, on the first glimpse, I would have said that this was support and resistance the last time somewhere at the beginning of the year or in December. It's only 3 months ago. Damn. This is a point where you see how stressful such a correction can be. It's only 3 months ago that XRP had been at this level here. Only 3 months ago. Crazy. But you see that we broke through and out of our nemesis zone. So this will be major resistance level again, as we had seen here. So if XRP is able to get back to this range here, it will have the same struggle to get into this zone as it did here and all the way back to 2018. And we only can hope that it will have the same pump as it had back in April this year, where it simply rushed through this nemesis zone, retested the 20 EMA, and then headed up to the local high here at around $1.92. But at the moment XRP is really bleeding. I think it lost almost 80% since the local high, 74% since the local high, 74%. This is almost a full-size bear loss for XRP. But this candle is nice so far, so I hope that we will see XRP recovering. Let's have a look at the RSI. Oversold, of course. The MACD is about to reverse, which is good. Stochastic just switching. Let's have a look at the daily. Daily oversold. Stochastic on the daily just switching. MACD will switch with it. So XRP is looking good on the short term. Let's have a look at the RSI. Yes, oversold on the daily, so we will see at least a retesting of this trend line here. or a break out of it, and then hopefully above this 40 level, which had been a major reversal point in the history. As you can see, if we weren't able to break through it, it was resistance, and it had been support as well for quite some time. So if we were able to hold as support, we went back up. If we weren't able to break through it as a resistance, we went back through. So we need to break through it, above it, hold it as support, and then we will see XRP rising again. So far we could say that XRP bleeded enough so far. It almost reached the price target of this triangle here, so almost valid. We are way below the 200 daily EMA. We will see a bearish cross here, and soon a bearish cross here. So 5100 bearish cross here on the daily, and soon a 2200 bearish cross here. So yeah, this will be the factors which will hold XRP below this nemesis zone, at least during the time of the bear crosses. So we will see XRP ranging in this area here before trying to get back into and out of this range here because of the bearish crosses ahead of us. Let's go to Cardano. So Cardano, we had this ascending triangle, which was a fuck. We had this trend line here, which it held as resistance. We broke above, we hold it as support all the way, and then broke through it again. Went down where we peaked to the 0.618 fib line at exactly $1. We confirmed more or less the price target. Not more or less the price target at the breakout point here. So the price target would be this support at 78 cents. But we hold the major Cardano support at $1.03 as support. We are now holding this long time trend line, which is forming since January 4th. This red trend line we are holding it at the moment as support, which is good, together with the support line at 115. So Cardano is looking good because of this. If we extend this trend line here, we will see a cross here. So with this 20 EMA going down and this trend line here, we will see a struggling at around 127 for Cardano, retesting this level here, and then we will see by June 26, which would be the weekend as usual, we will see if Cardano is able to break above this trend line here, the white trend line, or down through this red trend line again, and maybe even testing or confirming this price target here at around 78 cents. So we still have to wait for Cardano. We had a quadruple, don't let me count it, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. It was the 10th time that Cardano tested and hold the 1.03 level as support. So in the entire history of Cardano, I think there wasn't such a huge and major support than this 1.03 level here. So I wouldn't be surprised if this was indeed, or if this is indeed the lowest bottom for Cardano, and when this would be the lowest point for the next bear cycle. So if Cardano is able to recover, set new all-time highs, reach a cycle top here, and then head into a full-size bear cycle, I wouldn't be surprised if this, or when this 1.03 level would be the lowest point for Cardano before heading into the next bull cycle after this one. So this is a major support. And we will see if Cardano is able to hold it here. So far it's a major support, but we have the price target here. Let's see if it's, yeah, maybe we could see a wick down here and immediately being rebought. You see here we had a nice green volume candle. Okay, not comparable to this one, but volume increasing comparable to the last weeks. So yeah. Dum 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 dum. Cheers. Let's have a look at Ethereum. So Ethereum 4-hour charts. Huge red volume candle. Almost oversold. Stochastic just switching. Let's have a quick look at the daily chart. We just hold the neutral territory, but almost oversold. We are switching back, so this is a bullish sign. We lost 62%. We dropped 62% since the all-time high with this recent drop here, so massive for Ethereum. Let's have a look at the resistances. So we dropped below the major support at 1934 and currently are struggling to get back above, of course, and at the same time it seems to be a fib line. Let me just check this. Yes, it's the 0.786 fib line and the major support, so double resistance at the moment. It will be hard to get above it. We then will have the 20 EMA on the 4-hour charts getting down to this level. We had this major trend line forming, which it hold as resistance all the way here, and same thing as for Cardano. We have a trend line forming since December 23rd, which had been support here, 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 and here. We then saw Ethereum breaking below it, and this will be a major resistance in the future. Yeah, so it, of course, it will depend on when Ethereum will be able to get back to this level again, but it will be round about the area of 2700 for Ethereum to get back above this level, and it will be pretty hard at that point, at that given time. But at the moment we hold this 1673 support. We went back up to the 1867 and now struggling with the 1944 resistance for Ethereum. So yeah, we don't see a pattern at the moment. No, simply going down, following Bitcoin. Against Bitcoin we lost 2%, but you can see we lost lots of dominance against Bitcoin since June 8th. So even it was June 19th the drop. So even before the drop of Bitcoin and the market, we already lost dominance against Bitcoin. So since the all-time high, we lost about 30% of dominance against Bitcoin. But we are currently holding this support level against Bitcoin, which is a good sign at the moment. We had all of the bearish crosses, which is also good. So no catalyst playing out here. Same thing here. Let's have a look at the daily chart. Yeah, we're just struggling to get above the 200 EMA on the daily chart, which is not nice. We just saw a bearish cross 2100, which led to this drop here. But we have still time to go for the 5100 bearish cross, and the bearish crosses with the 200 are far away, so we still have some time for the bigger bearish crosses here. So if Ethereum is able to recover somewhat here, it will be able to avoid those big bearish crosses here. So let's hope for the best. Comfy, hi. I hope you're fine too. Great to see you here. I sent you a message on Discord. I didn't check if you... Okay. I'm Zusha, just read your message. Yep. I just see another picture here, the Wyckoff, which you can see on our Discord channel, which is another bullish sign for Bitcoin. So we are really accumulating the bullish signs, the bearish signs, etc. Yeah, and it still doesn't change anything. We don't know where we are at the moment, where this train will be heading to. So Binance Coin, same thing more or less as for Ethereum. Trend line here. Did we have a major trend line? I think we could also draw a major trend line since January here. Yeah, we broke through it as well, but we only had one touch point here and confirmation here with this wick. So touch points here, wick here, we broke through it. So yeah, same thing as for Ethereum. Lots of major resistances ahead. We are holding this support level at 270. We were holding the major level at 254. Price target can be deleted, is invalid. We had a double bottom here at the 1.0 fib line. So we retested this 1.0 fib line at 215, and since the all-time high we lost around 68%. Massive 68%, incredible. What a drop. IOTA, same thing here. I suppose another 70%. Wow, look at this. IOTA lost 77% since the all-time high and still dropping. on the daily chart, holding the 0.786 fib line at 74 cents. On the daily chart, same thing here, downward trend line, upward trend line here, broke out of it. We have the 1.0 fib line at 25 cents. At the moment we are back at the level of February 9th. So look at the 4-hour charts. Yes, just struggling with the 0.786 as support, but look at the volume candles. This is nice. Nice huge volume candles, red and green, but nice volume for IOTA so far. RSI was oversold, just got back into neutral territory. Stochastic RSI just switched to the upside. We just touched the oversold territory, and the RSI on the daily is just switching, which is good sign for IOTA so far. Lumina, I'm sitting straight. You see my new shirt. In crypto, I trust. So, let me just check where I might find this. Let me just check one thing. There we go. So, Wyckoff. Opposed by Timothy Assi. In German it's a silly name, but it's a Belgian fellow, so Timothy Assi, which overlaid the current price action with the accumulation phase of the Wyckoff analysis or schematic. And as you can see, we are pretty much following this textbook pattern of the Wyckoff. And as you can see, this was set before the today's drop, where Bitcoin was around $35,000, and the lowest point of this spring or shakeout is at somewhat below. So we had the 30,000 here, so somewhat below the 30,000, and as you know, we went down to 28,600, so somewhat here. So even this had been playing out today. We had a recovery up to this level here. We are currently at $32,800, which is around about this level here. So everything's playing out as per the Wyckoff schematic at the moment, and this is another bullish sign for Bitcoin. So you see, we have the pros, we have the cons for bullish and bearish, and I think if we would make a list out of those signals, we would have a pretty equal list of bullish and bearish signals. But following this one here, we just saw the spring or shakeout. We will see a test of the support zone, and by the end of this month, in July, we might see a pullback up to this 42,000 level, where Bitcoin, of course, will find short-term resistance, because you know this level is major resistance at the moment. So if we are able to head back up here, we would be retesting this level here with a back up and down for quite some time, and then a range breakout, hopefully. Of course, it would take quite some time to get back to the previous all-time high, and as I said, it would at least take this summer, so don't expect anything of the market to the upside before August or even September. As I said before, as I even said at the beginning of the year, we will see a pretty, at least boring, if not even bloody, as we are just living through summer this year. Before then, maybe heading into a consolidation phase or even a recovery phase, and then maybe going up to new all-time highs. But yeah, this summer will be more or less the same as we saw during the month of May and the month of June now. Maybe retesting or testing, not retesting, testing this range here before then finding maybe support or the bottom here and then heading back up. Let's go to the daily chart. As you can see, going down here within the channel would be mid-July before finding bottom and heading back up, then August, September. So maybe if we would see a V-shaped recovery, it would be around September, October before, yeah, August, September before breaking September before breaking this 41,000. But I would even say October, November, if we would see a V-shaped recovery before heading to the old all-time high, and then it would take into or up to the summer next year, so Q2 of 2022 at least, to see a top, the cycle top of Bitcoin. So at the moment I won't dare to make any predictions with this sentiment at the moment, with this situation at the moment. I can only repeat myself. It is not possible to predict any direction at the moment, so I won't dare to predict anything. I can simply show you the next resistances and supports to the upside and the downside, and where Bitcoin could be heading in the short term if we would see a recovery, and in the short term if we would see a continuation of this downward channel here. So, and as you saw within the last few weeks, as long as Bitcoin is continuing this downward trend, no chance for altcoins to excel. Of course, as soon as we see Bitcoin having a recovery rally or pump like it did here, we also see some altcoins excelling. But as long as Bitcoin is going down, it will drag the entire market with it, simply put. And it makes no sense to try to distinguish any altcoins which could outperform the rest of the band, unless Bitcoin is not able to break out of this downward trend here to set and hold new highs. Because we had higher highs here, higher lows. We had a higher low here, we had a higher high here and a higher high here, but as you can see, we weren't able to hold it, and we broke down and even set a lower low now. So we had higher low, higher low, higher low, lower low, and now lower low again compared to these ones. And now we set another lower high. So if we take this, we have a new short-term downward trend, and we need to break out of this, simply put. So as I just showed, we have bullish signals, we have bearish signals. I have no idea how to interpret this, and this is also a reason why you see why you don't see me that much on Twitch at the moment, because it makes no sense at all to make a TA. We can only make some kind of a chat live stream in order maybe to answer questions of some newbies out there, some rookies, some new members of the community. But for all of you who already have the basics and more of TA, you can see that at the moment it makes no sense at all to even try to make a TA for the market. Other things here, we have the DXY, which was pumping and now falling, which, yeah, this is the daily chart, so yeah, we cannot see what is happening, but at the moment it is falling. It found resistance here, which is good for Bitcoin, because if the DXY is falling, we see Bitcoin pumping. This is why we saw Bitcoin falling, because we saw the DXY pumping here. It found resistance at this level here, which is a major, yeah, which is the nemesis zone of the DXY compared to XRP. So it found resistance exactly at this level, and now it's dropping, which is good for Bitcoin. But for example, we saw the stock market pumping for 2 days now, and we saw today Bitcoin's drop. So this, for example, is a non-correlation, because normally we saw Bitcoin and the stock market going the same direction, opposite to the DXY. So this is another point where we cannot really see why the stock market is pumping and why Bitcoin at the same time is dumping. Same thing here. This is okay. DXY was pumping, Bitcoin was dumping, but why didn't we see this for the stock market? Shorts, Bitcoin shorts, we saw a huge pullback of Bitcoin shorts back into this long-term wedge here. So we have this wedge since 2017 forming, going up and down, up and down. We had this large pullback of Bitcoin shorts during the last few 2 days, going from 25,000 down to 3,000 again. Then we saw a short-term pump today during the drop, and now it went back down. So this shows that the people at the moment cannot really, even the Bitcoin shorter, are not sure if we will see Bitcoin dropping further, or if this actually had been the bottom for Bitcoin. So even considering the numbers of short at the moment, you see that it is higher than in June, and during the run here in February, April, it is still higher. But considering this drop here, you see that the people are not sure. Even the bears, the Bitcoin bears, are not sure if it makes sense to continue to short Bitcoin, or if this is simply too risky to start shorting Bitcoin at this point right now. We might see a rising, an increasing of short numbers as we saw during this rally here. If Bitcoin is able to recover and to retest this 41,000 level, we might see another increase of short numbers. But this is also a sign that neither the bears nor the bulls are sure about their position on the market at the moment. So yeah, I'm talking since for two hours now. I think, yeah, for 2 hours now, and I didn't provide any information at all, because you have the same information as at the beginning of the stream so far. Do we trust crypto though? Do we? Don't we? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I'm still trusting crypto, because in long term it will be a life-changing investment. Definitely. I don't see the crypto market dying. Of course we will see bear markets, of course we will see corrections and crashes as we just are living through, but in the big picture I don't see cryptocurrency dying, even with all the restrictions like in China at the moment, because we saw this back in all the way back to 2011, 2013, 2017. You always, during a bull run, you always had such FUD news. But on the other side, now you have, for example, El Salvador, who is implementing Bitcoin as official currency. So we didn't have this before. We had all this FUD with China, etc. before, which is not new news, but having a country, not only a company or a company group adopting Bitcoin, but a whole country, is huge news for the long-term perspective of cryptocurrencies. And I'm pretty sure that we will see major countries. Of course, El Salvador is not the biggest country in the world, but I'm pretty sure that within the next 5 years we will see large countries like in the European Union, like Germany or maybe France, starting to adopt cryptocurrencies, maybe Bitcoin, maybe Cardano, as an alternative official currency. I won't say that Germany, for example, Germany would do the same step as El Salvador and implement Bitcoin as an official currency, but I can imagine that Germany, with its strict regulation, will be in a position to open the digital currency market to cryptocurrencies as an official alternative payment method. Yes, I can see this within the next 5 years, and yeah, this is why I trust in crypto in long term, because all the investments I did back in 2019, 2020, even 2021 at the beginning of the year during the correction in January, where I did a small investment, and I will continue to invest even after taking out my profits at the end of this bull cycle, or the next bull cycle, if this is to be a bear cycle. I don't know. I will continue to invest in cryptocurrencies because, as you can see, at the moment it's the only legal market where you can do such high numbers of profits within a relative short time frame compared to any other markets, gold, currencies, stocks, resources, etc. Cryptocurrency will be life-changing for most of us now watching this stream, and for many of crypto traders out there at the moment. We will see a lot of newbies, especially if Bitcoin is able to recover from this crash again, because at the moment, at least I see this in Germany. I'm pretty sure that that this is worldwide. We see all of this FUD news that Bitcoin lost 20% this week, and that the cryptocurrency is dying, the cryptocurrency market is dying again, etc. So these are the news in Germany here, and I'm pretty sure that this sentiment will reverse as soon as Bitcoin is able to break above this $41,000 level, and to maybe get back to the old all-time high at $64,000 and get above it, and get into six-digit territory, break the $100,000 major psychological level. You can imagine that as soon as Bitcoin is able to break this $100,000 level, you won't see anything else in the news than Bitcoin and crypto market. Be prepared for it. And then of course you will see a lot of FOMO. We will see a huge rally to the cycle top, and then a huge dump when all the smart money will be taken out of the market, and all the FOMO guys will be left left alone in the following bear cycle. Yeah, we all need to spread the word of crypto. I affected a lot of people around me at least getting interest in crypto. I think at least next bull market, but I will start investing. Yeah, this had been the same thing back in 2017. You will all the circles of new leads, as you would call it, are steadily growing and increasing. So for the next bull market, you will have even more people investing, of course, because the total market cap will be way higher than today, and than it had been back in 2017. So, and this will be also a reason why Bitcoin will then be able to get up to 500,000, 800,000, $1 million, because we will have more and more people investing in cryptocurrencies, and thus the market cap will be growing and growing and growing. And for those of us who are already investing or invested in crypto market, we will make huge money out of it if we are able to hold, to sit out such crashes we are living through at the moment, and to simply lean back and enjoy the perspective to reach such levels at some point in the future cycles. Cheers, guys. So I think we covered most of the current price action so far, especially for Bitcoin. So I will leave you with this. We see Bitcoin, we see the third 4-hour candle in a row in green, which is good. Yep. So it already recovered by 17% since the drop. Within 4 hours, 17%. Show me anything on earth where you can make a 17% profit within 4 to 8 hours. If you're day trading this kind of drops, you can make a lot of money considering your tax laws in your country. But if you are able to day trade such drops and such pumps, then you can make a lot of money in a very short period of time using on the crypto market. Because of course you also see such cycles on the stock market, but you will only have some 0.3, 0.5, 0.8%, and this wouldn't make much sense unless you are using leverage position. But on the crypto market, you can trade all of these cycles and waves without leverage positions, so without exposing yourself to the risk of being liquidated with the leverage positions. You can simply trade such waves and make some 40%, 20% here, 33% here within 1 week, if you're able to trade this. But this is very complicated, and I wouldn't recommend it to newbies on the market, unless you're David, which is not here, who is not here, by the way. I didn't see him in the chat today. Rebs, Amutu is here, or was here. It had almost the same color in the chat than Chris before. Sorry, Muto, for not seeing your message earlier. So yeah, guys, I will stop and end the stream here. It's 11:30 p.m. We had 2 hours of stream today. We covered most of the situation at the moment. You had the opportunity to see my nice face tonight. Confi, you're a newbie, but you're not stupid. Trust me, I made this. I think I made the same mistakes in my first weeks and month of trading as you did now. So don't worry. You will be able to learn out of your mistakes, and as long as you didn't sell your positions, you didn't make any mistake. It could be considered as a mistake to have opened positions at a higher price before the drop, but it wasn't a mistake, because as soon as Bitcoin is able to recover, you will be in green and you will be into the market with a decent entry point. Of course, if you sold your positions during the drop now, if you panic sold, then this would not have been that wise. Let's put it that way. But if you're still holding your positions, even if they are in red by 30, 40, 50%, if you're still holding them, then you didn't make any mistake. Simply, if you have the opportunity and the means to further invest, then simply use such dips to decrease your dollar cost average and your entry price, but simply hold. If you buy at a higher point and you see your price diminishing, don't panic sell. As I said before, this is one of the major rules. Panic is an emotion. Keep your emotions out of your trading. Simply follow the charts and do not invest money you cannot afford to lose, because if you invest money which you cannot afford to lose, then of course you wouldn't be able to leave your emotions out of your trading, because you will always be relying and dependent on this money, and it will be impossible to follow such drops and corrections and seeing your portfolio being halved within a week if you are relying on this money. So simply invest money you can deem as lost, and then you can simply follow all of these actions leaned back and relaxed, and hope for Bitcoin, not hope, wait for Bitcoin at some point to break this downward trend, to set a new upward trend, and to recover all of your losses within a given time frame. So it's getting late. I'm trying to end this stream for the third time now, so let's make it short. I hope to see you next time. I cannot tell you when I will be able to set up the next stream. I don't think that I will be able to set up the stream on Thursday, maybe on Friday, but I will try my best to set it up on Sunday as usual. So yeah, if you have questions, simply put them on the Discord channel. There you see that I'm able to at least give you short answers to your questions. It's not that much of an effort than having a live stream. So if you have questions, simply put them in the Discord channel. I will have them answered, or at least will try to have them answered. Don't forget to subscribe on our YouTube channel if you haven't already. Yeah, we still have our new subscribers Dogecoin giveaway running, so if you haven't subscribed to this Twitch channel yet, simply subscribe and I will send you 10 Dogecoins as a giveaway for new subscribers. And yeah, I hope you liked this new approach with new microphone here without headset. It's a feeling of freedom here. Yeah, as you told me at the beginning of the stream, the sound seems to be crispier than with a headset, so I'm glad to improve the quality of my streams. But I'm still not done yet. Still a lot of work to do in order to get a more or less professional stream here, but to provide you the basic informations for your investments, I think this setup so far is enough. And with a given time, I will focus on further improving the stream and the setup here. Yeah, but for now, I wish you a nice evening. I wish you a good night wherever you are. I didn't see anyone from the US today. Not even from the UK. Where are our UK girls today? A hot tube, yes. Pat is here, hi. Yeah, I know nothing at all, Pat. You're right. Comfy, don't forget to send me your Dogecoin wallet address so I can send you your Dogecoins. I had Rebs one. I will send you your Dogecoins right after the stream. Comfy, please send me your wallet address, preferably on Discord. And yeah, let's put it short. I wish you a good evening. Stay safe, stay healthy. See you next time. Thank you for supporting the channel, for following the channel, for being here tonight. I hope to see you next time, and I hope to see some of you guys at some occasion here in Germany for at some opportunity, maybe at Ante's burger store, to see you live in person soon. So until then, see you. Party on Wayne, party on Goth, party on Confi and Void, and all of the bot gainers out there. See you next time. Bye bye.